How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the PatriotDIY channel. In this video, we're going to be building this rustic overhang or awning in our shop. All right, guys, now in our shop, this is obviously not functional. It's really just for looks. And if you guys don't already know from past videos, this side room here in my shop is gonna be kind of a hangout spot. I'm gonna be building this out to look kind of like a saloon with a bar and poker table and that kind of stuff. And I think this rustic overhang with the rusted metal goes great with our rustic barnwood theme we already have on the walls. It is purely for looks, but if you follow along, you should be able to use some of these same techniques if you're building an exterior overhang or an awning onto your shop over a doorway or anything like that. Or if, like us, you're just looking to add that rustic farmhouse style theme in your home, your business, or your shop. And if you like this kind of video, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. That really helps out the channel. So that's enough talking about it. Let's get right into it. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and start cutting down our 2x4s for the frame of our awning. And then we're going to lay everything out on the floor for assembly. Now, since our awning is going to be 18 foot long, we're not going to try to put anything that big up on the wall. So we're going to be building this in 3 sections. Once those are assembled, we're going to take them outside and put a coat of stain on them to match the rest of our wall. Once those have had time to dry, we're ready to mount them up on the wall. And since I'm doing this by myself, I'm going to be screwing in a 2x4 block just to help me hold it in place while I get it mounted. I'm going to put 1 screw in the middle just to hold it up, and then I'm going to get my level to make sure we get this thing nice and level before we screw it in. And then we're going to repeat that process for all 3 sections, just moving our level down as we go to make sure everything stays nice and straight. Then we're going to mount a couple more 2x4s up on the wall above our awning. These are going to be to attach our rafters to. Now, to make sure I get this spacing right for our angles, I went ahead and cut down some 2x4s to use as spacers. And now we need to figure out our rafter sections. Now for this, I'm just going to be holding the 2x4 up and making some marks and taking some measurements to try to figure out that angle. And you can see I'm really thinking hard about this right now. But ultimately, after some trial and error, I came up with this shape for our rafters. Now we just need to cut those down and get them mounted up on the wall. Now while I'm putting these on, I'm also going to be using a smaller level to make sure that these rafters are going to hold our frame sections perfectly level. Now, since these were kind of sagging down a little bit, I'm going to be using another 2x4 to help prop these up in the position I need while I'm installing these rafter sections. Once those are in place, we're going to install some purlins. These are going to be to attach our metal roofing to. And for those, I'm just using some scrap 1x4s. For our roofing, I did have some leftover pieces from the rest of our wall project, so I'm going to be cutting those down with a cutting wheel. But I didn't have enough, so I am going to be using some new pieces of metal roofing, and we're going to be rusting these ourselves with a combination of muriatic acid and peroxide. We did do a full video on this process, and if you're interested in seeing that, I'll put a link right here at the top of the screen. Once those have had time to rust and we've thoroughly cleaned them to get all the acid off, we're ready to go ahead and mount them on our awning. To do that, we're just going to be using some metal roofing screws. All right, guys, that is it for our rustic overhang, awning, whatever you want to call it. I think it turns out great. It looks really good on the wall. It matches our theme perfectly, and it really gives that feel of walking into an old saloon, and I love that. So I hope this video helped you out if you're doing a similar project. And if you like this kind of video, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. That really helps out the channel. We have several other videos in this series that I'll link right here at the end of the video. And as always, we're gonna have links to all of the tools and stuff we use in the description if you wanna check those out. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.